Hello. So, it is time for week 5 of UBL Season 10. This time, we're up against Powergo and the Modded Kips. Now I never thought I'd say this, because Powergo is actually someone who I met IRL, before this, so actually really cool to be playing them. I've not had the best of seasons, unfortunately, but their team is still really good, and really good against mine specifically. I don't know if this was intentional or not, but it's really good against my team. So they've got Iron Bundle, Raichu, Crocodile, Oricorio, which can Terror. And that's any Oricorio form. They don't have to just bring the Fire one. They can bring any Oricorio. Hatterene, Copperaja, the Dunsparce, which can Terror, Bombardier, which can Terror, Azumarill, and Go-Go. So here's the big thing. They've got a Raichu, which has Lightning Rod, so that means my Alecki can't do anything against it. They've also got an Iron Bundle, one of the few Pokemon that can actually outspeed Regieleki with a booster energy. So in short, they've got a lead that can completely shut down Regieleki. Not only that, they've also got a Trick Room mode that might look a little bit familiar, Hatterene plus Copperaja. This is something we used to great effect last season. Hatterene is just amazing. It doesn't actually even need like a Trick Room sweeper to be like next to it to be good. But Copperaja was one that we ended up using and was very solid. Just does a ton of damage. But they've also got something else slow that's pretty scary in Azumarill. Azumarill can either set up and win the game with Belly Drum, or even just Banded or Assault Vest. It's a scary Pokemon. Crocodile is their ground type of choice, and is a good one at that. I cannot stress enough that how good Crook in draft specifically is. In both singles and doubles, like, it's a great Pokemon in either. Like, the fact that it's got Intimidate, it's got good enough bulk, it's got a great typing, both offensively and defensively. It's just an amazing Pokemon. I love using Crook in draft. Like, so good. Like, it's got just the right speed tier as well. Like, I'm gushing about Crook, and it's really good against my team, because it's faster than, like, 80% of my team, because I've got, like, obviously I've got a Lecky, but Crook doesn't care about that. I've got Greninja, which obviously will destroy Crook. And I've got Mismagius, who will get bodied by Crook. And then after that, it's like Moltres? And Moltres doesn't outspeed Crook, so yeah. The Terror Captains I'm not too worried about, unless there's like a setup to Dunsparce, which could be an issue. Hopefully I can just pressure it with my Mons before it gets out of hand. Which I do have some ways of doing. The Oricorio and the Bombardier I'm not too worried about. So, it's mainly kind of like, it's the Bundle Raichu combination, but it's also the Trick Room stuff, because their Trick Room stuff is actually slower than our Trick Room stuff. Like, our Trick Room, like, our slowest Mon caps out at Bronzong, who's 33 speed, and they've got a 29 and a 30 speed in Hatterene and Copperaja, respectively. So, yeah, pretty rough stuff. So, as I've kind of been doing, we're gonna actually talk about the plan first, and then we'll go over the remaining Mons. But yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one, because we're bringing some very strange stuff. So, starting off with our lead, as per usual, we're going to be leading Moltres. They don't have Tailwind. Our best way of getting speed control here is actually going to be going for Tailwind. But we're going to need to Terra if we want to get that guaranteed off, and that's why we're going for a Terra Grass Moltres here. This helps against the Raichu Iron Bundle leads, because then they've got to Freeze Dry into Moltres, and that doesn't really work. We've got the Covert Cloak because of Fake Out, so we can guarantee get our Tailwind off, and with the speed that we've got, we can outspeed a modest booster energy bundle that's still boosting in speed. We can't get timid bundle. Timid bundle with booster energy speed hits 309 speed, and Moltres in Tailwind only hits, even with Jolly, not Jolly, Timid, only hits 306. So we can't get that. So I was like, okay, well, we may as well run enough speed that thankfully means we can still go modest, and we hit 284. And if they want to get a booster energy speed, then while still going modest, they've got to hit 283 or 282, something along those lines. I did the calcs not too long ago. I built this team in like maybe 45 minutes, but a lot of it goes completely off theory. So yeah, but it also lets us do some cool stuff. So yeah, really. So we've got the Heat Wave, just as a general move to click. Like, there's nothing too great to actually hit with fire, but like, just getting the chip on multiple things is going to be nice. We've got the Terra Blast Grass to OHKO the bundle. We don't need any special attack really to get it. We've just got the Modest there because like it's the one that gets us the most stats that we realistically are going to use. Tailwind, of course, and then U-turn in case they are in fact going for a Trick Room mode. We want to be getting out of there. If they're going for Trick Room, we'll want to be able to U-turn on out and go into some of our slower pieces. As for our Pokemon that we're leading alongside it, it is actually Mismagius. So we're finally bringing Mismagius. I actually haven't looked at the Terra type on this because I don't plan on Terraing it. So, like, maybe I could change the Terra type? Probably to Fairy, if anything. Fairy or Grass, but probably Fairy. We'll change it now. So we're running Assault Vest Mismagius. This, as I said, like, bundle hits 309 speed with Timid Booster Energy. This is one of the things they can outspeed, that's in Tailwind. And with the Assault Vest, we can actually take hits pretty well. Mismagius has really solid special defense naturally, so giving it an Assault Vest kind of helps out with that. With the moveset of Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, Dazzling Gleam, and Icy Wind, we can do a lot of damage to a ton of different Pokemon. Including that bundle, we OHKO it with the Energy Ball, we don't need Thunderbolt. As you can see, we're instead trying to go for Grass type attacks without necessarily bringing a Grass type to deal with it, so... Shadow Ball generally does really good damage. Energy Ball or Dazzling Gleam will do good damage into Crocodile, and Icy Wind is a nice option for an extra bit of speed control to slow things down, which would be really, really nice. If, for example, like, it is a timid bundle, we can Tailwind and Icy Wind to slow the thing down. And what's really nice about Mismagius is it can't be faked out, so if they want to fake out something, they've got to fake out Moltres, and, well, Moltres ain't going to care about no fake out. So this whole lead is immune to Fake Out. And this is what we're at least doing for Game 1, but unless, like, things take dramatic changes, this is probably what we're leading for the whole set. Maybe we could switch it up, but I think this is probably going to be this is our planned lead. We'll see if things need to change after the first game. So, as for the remaining Pokemon, we are bringing back Excalibur here, with kind of an interesting set. We're going with a bulky SD set with a Roselli Berry. So the planned Pokemon to bring are actually going to be Bronzong and Donphan in the back, most likely. But Excalibur is one that could come instead, because it's better in Tailwind. But it kind of depends. Basically, I need to make sure that I don't lose to Azu. Like, I'm putting a lot of I put a lot of focus onto Bundle Raichu, and then, like, the Trick Room stuff, which is what Bronzong and Donphan are for. So that's like, okay, what else do I need to cover? And it's like, Azu. Because if I don't have an answer to Azu, I'm dead. So that's why we've got this Roselli Berry by Excalibur here, to help take a hit from Azu, and then be able to do a ton of damage back, especially with Thunder Fang. the damage isn't to actually KO Azu, even max attack we can't get at Azu, with Thunder Fang at +2, but it's the best move we've got to hit the thing with. It was for, what was it for? I think it was for Bundle. I think it was to Oko Bundle at +2, actually. The really nice thing about Baxcalibur is, like, out of our ground checks, like, because obviously we've got 3 Pokemon that are good against ground types, this is the only one that doesn't just die to Freeze Dry. The other 2 do. Like, Bonnet and Gren both just die to Freeze Dry. And while I could run my, like, typical Sash Gren, I think it's probably better if I just run something generally a bit better. Icicle Crash still does a ton of damage to a ton of different Pokemon on their team. Really, this just isn't good into Copperajah and their Trick Room stuff, but it's pretty solid into everything else. So, yeah. It's 1 point faster than our Moltres, because we have to go Jolly on it anyway to get that same speed as we want for them, like, outspeeding that modest bundle. So, yeah. As I mentioned, we're bringing... Oh, I never gave you an item. Okay, well, that makes things easier then. It's Citrus. I was deciding if something else needed the Citrus Berry, I could put Lefties on this, but I think since Citrus isn't on anything else, we're able to give this the Citrus. So, we've got Bronzong here with Heavy Slam, Body Press, Trick Room, and Protect. If they're not focusing on Trick Room, or if I want to reverse Trick Room, for example, we can do that. With the moves that we've got with Heavy Slam and Body Press, we can deal with their Trick Room stuff quite well. Heavy Slam will do a ton of damage to Hat, and then Body Press, we're actually going for the attack. We're using Body Press for the offensive investment to 2-hit KO Copperajah with this, which is really, really nice. The Spadef will help against the Hat. I think even against, like, modest Hat, Mystical Fire isn't always a 2-hit KO. It's one of those awkward ones where, like, there's rolls where it won't proc the Citrus and then it'll kill me afterwards, which is awkward, but, like, like, there's nothing else I can really do with it. Like, that's just a risk I'm willing to take. But despite Bronzong not being slower than those 2 Pokemon, if we do end up wanting to go for more of a Trick Room style mode, or just reverse Trick Room, we have that option. And it's also just something else slow. Because if, you know, the 2 main Trick Room Pokemon aren't on the field, then this will be slower than, and deal decent damage all around. A partner in crime with it, Donphan, is going with a bit of an Iron Ball. High horsepower Iron Head, Rock Slide, and Protect with a Terra Steel. It's crazy, we're bringing all 3 Terra Captains, and realistically I'm probably only Terraing Moltres, but if needs be, we can Terra one of the other Pokemon. Terra Donphan still doesn't Terra Steel Donphan still doesn't 2-hit KO max defense Hat with Iron Head, but it will do a good chunk. Unless they're max defense, Iron Head should be a 2-hit KO. Like, they need to be pretty physically defensive to take it out. High horsepower, I went with just max attack because that gives us like a 90-something% chance to Oko max HP 4 defense Copperajah, which is really nice. And with the Iron Ball, we are slower than everything. We are the slowest Pokemon on the field with the Iron Ball, which is really, really nice. So, gives us that option to be slower than everything and do really good damage. Rock Slide and Protect. Protect is pretty just nice to have in general. I haven't nicknamed everything, I've just noticed. I'll make sure those are nicknamed. You need to think of a Major's nickname. Yeah, Rock Slide was just kind of the last move thrown on. Just because I was like, well, I need something else, and I was like, well, having a bit of a spread attack isn't too bad. Obviously, like, priority seems okay, but a lot of the Pokemon that I want to be hitting with priority actually just don't take that much damage from it, so not much takes good damage from Ice Shard, so I figured just having the spread of damage of Rock Slide, and Rock Slide hits a decent number of Pokemon for good damage anyway, so may as well. And the last Pokemon is we are still bringing a Lecky. Despite the fact that they have a Raichu, they have all this stuff, we're still bringing a Lecky. One, completely is a bluff, but if they're not bringing Raichu, then this is something we can opt to bring. And the way we've built it is to help take on Azu. Again, Azu is something we need to make sure we have answers to. With a Magnet, modest special attack Thunderbolt, we can Oko Azu. Otherwise, we've got Electro Web, which can at least like bypass Lightning Rod, which is really, really nice. Terror Blast, just to deal damage without giving a Lightning Rod boost and then Protect. Our EVs mean that we are not 2-hit KO'd by Banded Aqua Jet. Aleki's nuts. So, we still got a little bit of room to put some Spadef in, just to help against Bundle, I suppose, like, because we can. So, I figured this is probably the best use for Aleki, because like I say, I am worried about Azu. Our first 4 Pokemon that I'm kind of planning on bringing if I see any sort of Trick Room mode. Basically, if I see if I see Hat plus Copperaja, I probably have to bring both Bronzong and Donphan. But if I don't, I can maybe bring Bax instead, over one of the two. And if I don't see Raichu at all and they get cocky and think I'm just not gonna bring it, then I get to bring a Lecky for free and then we can just do whatever we want. Obviously, we're not faster than any bundle that isn't like, that's not a booster energy one, so, you know, that's the thing. But with Moltres, we can just set up a Tailwind and Terror it, set up a Tailwind, and then Aleki can be faster and do whatever it wants. So by whatever it wants, I mean go for an Electro Web, slow the stupid stupid bundle down, and then I can Terror Blast it, and then it's no longer an issue. That or I could KO the Raichu or something, I don't know. We'll figure something out. We're playing in a few hours' time, so yeah, wish us luck. Alright, we're here. Listen, things are... I, like, just woke up, so you have to excuse me. Okay, so they brought pretty much everything that I didn't want to see. Which is not great. I'm going to turn this down just for myself. Volume levels all good? Yeah, okay. Okay. So that means we're doing... Oh, I didn't name on Mismagius. In honor of Kath, it would have been called, Bitch Witch. Okay. I think that means we're going hard TR. No, because there's Azu, I need to make sure I've got an answer to Azu, so I'm going to bring Bax. Yep, Raichu and Crook. Okay. Well, this Terra Fairy is looking a little bit better now. I don't think I have sets imported. Yeah, I didn't grab them. Come on. There's my Terra Blast Oko Crook. 50 Terra Blast? It can, but I don't want to just lose my Missy. So I'm going to go for Tailwind. I'm going to Terra Fairy and Dazzling Gleam. I was about to say, don't you dare flinch me. You can't be flinched. Also, let's go. That took nothing from that rock slide. Moltres, you absolute demon. Yeah. That's an offensive one as well. So I can just go for this duo of moves again. Because that will take out Crook. And then we can Heat Wave and that takes out the Raichu, which is really, really nice. Boost our energy speed. We go for a Heat Wave and Energy Ball on this. Wow. Mismagius, you absolute beast. Alright, well that's game one. Really nice start for me. Really, really nice start. Didn't even reveal my back 2 Pokemon. Yes. So we're gonna do the same 4. Maybe? I could bring Bronzong this time. Because they may go hard more into Trick Room. But they didn't bring Azu at all, and that does worry me. So I think I'm gonna bring the same 4, just to be safe. Donphan's still really good in Trick Room, so. Yeah, there's Hat Copper Raja. So we're gonna U-turn. And I think just Energy Ball this Hat. But not Energy Ball, just Shadow Ball it. Really good damage. I could have just killed this thing. They get up the TR. I think unless it's Psy-Shock, Mismagius should be able to live. Alright, come on, the Don. It's been a little bit since you've seen some action. But that's why we love you. And Mismagius gets to live the hit thanks to the Assault Vest. And the Don is in the building, ready to mess things up. And I've still got a Terror waiting as well. Haven't even had to use my Terror. So they can't fake out Mismagius. So I can protect the Don here. Just go for a nice Energy Ball. Take out the bundle. And the Don comes in clutch. Oh! Mismagius! So, spoilers, I was actually going to consider trading Mismagius this week? So, now I actually have to reconsider. Because Mismagius kinda just pretty much won me that set. So, now I actually have to reconsider. So, we'll see. But, Yeah, that worked out really, really well. Can't really complain at that. Mismagius, I will do it right now just for Catherine, because Catherine did suggest it. There, you are the witch bitch. Because after that one, Jesus, you put on a show. You put on a show. Holy, well done, Mismagius. Well done, witch bitch. First game and basically hard carried it. Cannot complain at that. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Thank you very much for watching. We're now 4-1. So, let's see if we can keep this momentum going. One more and we're in playoffs.